Ladies and gentlemen, I really feel for my beloved country, Kenya, because we are degenerating into a banana republic. We are creating a situation where lawlessness will be the order of the day. And this situation is created by our own leaders. You know, when the government of the day presided over the invasion of Uhuru's Northland farm, one question was begging in the minds of many. If an immediate former president, an immediate former commander-in-chief can be mistreated the way he was treated, what about any other ordinary Kenyan? And then a few months later, we also saw Goons who invaded Kipchoge Keino's land in Eldoret. And we thought that was enough. And if you thought you've seen it all, then you are wrong. Now today, another angry goon, this time being protected by the police, invaded someone's home in one of the posh estates. I think it's either Lavington or somewhere. And the police apprehended the owners of that home, went and locked them into police custody. Then another private developer, someone claiming part of the home, cut down trees and started fencing. I mean, it's that serious. You're chilling in your home, the police comes, they apprehend your parents, they leave you there without any documentation. They don't even show you where your parents are being apprehended. And then all of a sudden, some people come armed with their tools and they start fencing part of your home. This is traumatizing. Watch this video and you will know what I'm talking about.
My name is Sarika and I've lived here my whole life since I'm now 27, and this morning my parents were picked up outside my gate by cops, and a few hours later people just came in and started breaking in the gate and digging holes to mark the fence.
So do you know where your parents are?
I have no idea where my parents are.
Where were they arrested?
I have no idea why my parents were arrested either.
Have you spoken to the man in there?
I have not spoken to anybody.
Okay. So you have no idea where they were arrested?
No.
How long have you lived here?
Since I was...
So 27 years basically?
27 years, yeah. Since I was a baby, I've lived here my whole life. This is my home.
Okay. Thank you. You're chilling in your home, some random guys come arrest your parents, and then they take over your land and they fence it. This is Kenya. Nabado. You know, when you tell you about good governance, you don't care. Say, oh, it's only the poor suffer, not the rich are suffering as well. That's why you must fight for good governance. So the man praying over there claims he owns the land. Maybe he does, but he hasn't served this family with any document. He has taken over possession, and the family are in police custody. They have lived here for 27 years. And we have people fencing off part of their land. Just took a part, that part. But I think within time, the whole land will be gone. After all, it's Kenya, unless they fight back. Keep fighting.
Now that is Boniface Mwangi, who was, I think, was called there to witness what is happening. And at first we thought that maybe it is the hustlers who would suffer. But now this war is really degenerating to the Mabwenyenye Pale. It's a war of the titans. And the reason why I really feel for my country is because I know the history of our land. And I know that land has consumed many lives, from the villages, the rural suburbs, to the town centers and the cities. People have died because of land. Now, I've got a few questions that are really begging. One, we cannot refute with authority that the man who invaded that land does not have ownership. He may have the ownership, but then if you listen to that lady talking, the policemen who came, they are suspected to be the DCI, did not even mention where they're taking the parents. I mean, they should have come with a warrant of arrest and explain why they are taking this man away, because I know this could be, like I said, the battle of the titans. It all depends on who do you know. Which department of the police do you know? You go there, pay some money, or because they know you, they come up and apprehend this man. And then the person who wants to develop this should have come with documentation. Is there a court injunction? Have they been allowed? Is there an evacuation notice or document that is compelling the people who have been living? And they are saying that they've been living for 27 years. I think we are developing into a lawless country. We must ensure that we follow the right procedures when we do things. Because my worry is, if the other person who's being intimidated here also knows another part of the police, another department, then he will simply bribe them and they will come here and start, intimidating the other guy. They will apprehend the other guy too. And then when we allow goons to start invading private property, one, we are really cultivating a very wrong culture in our youths. You know, our youths are very idle because they're complaining there are no jobs, and so it's very easy to take advantage of them. And as I said earlier, they have seen this happening even with the high and mighty, and therefore they don't care, because the people who are supposed to be respected are the people who are being intimidated. What is the role of our courts? And what are the roles of the police? To maintain law and order. But what is happening here is lawlessness. When you protect goons who invade someone's property, I mean, you are encouraging lawlessness, contrary to your signed oath. And then I want to say that the history of land must now be followed, scrutinized, and protected by the members of parliament. We've got reports like the Ndung report that must now be made open so that people really avoid and avert such kind of mistakes that we are getting into. If you look at that lady, she's really traumatized because her parents were, that is what I call abduction. It's not even apprehending someone. This is not an arrest. When you arrest someone, the law requires that you need to show them where they are taking your parents. But this looks like an abduction. They didn't tell the lady where the parents were going, and so the lady is in darkness. So let the parents, let the members of parliament compel the government of the day, especially now the UDA government, they're in power. Let them open the land reports and all the historical injustices so that we can put this behind us. Otherwise, we are sitting on a time bomb. I've said here again and again. Because now look at the sequence of events. First, it was Uhuru's Northland Farm, as I said, one of the most powerful and influential people. Then it was Kipchoge Keino, one of our legends. And then now, it is not just a farm, but someone's home. They break into your gate, into your home, and they start fencing it. Why can't we perhaps follow the law? Let the court decide who owns that land without degenerating, because this is now a pure intimidation. And let me tell you something. Goons will remain goons. They are goons for hire. It's the highest bidder who carries the day. Kimani Ichung'wah Ndindi Nyoro and Rigathi Gachagua must regret what they did, because now they had set a precedent that everyone will follow. And I told you the other day that this will follow up when someone suspects that there is a thief or someone who has offended them. They will take the law into their hands. This is why you see people banning suspected thieves and they're killing them, because we don't trust our institutions. We don't trust the courts because trust is earned. And from the history, the courts can never be trusted. The police is now being used. They are never independent. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is very sad and very wrong. We need to uphold decorum and ensure that Kenya gets back to where it is supposed to be.